And I think to answer your other questions, what's going on in Saudi Arabia? What's going on in Brazil? What's going on in Peru reflects in part the fact that a lot of countries, allies of the United States, countries that have been at least friendly to us, more or less, are now fingers in the wind. Some are making a separate peace with the Chinese, the rising power, like Mohammed bin Salman, the great hope of a more modest, moderate, and reformist Saudi Arabia not so long ago. He's throwing in with the Chinese, I think. He may want to hedge his bets and still have a relationship with us, but not so much. And the Chinese, I think, will insist less and less. In Brazil, Steve, and you've been doing a great job with Matt Turman and the team to describe what's going on there, there's still hope that the military, which has the responsibility to prevent election fraud, will step in and say, no, you're not going to steal this election, Lula, who is a Chinese communist agent, full stop. Now, over in Peru, my wife is from Peru, as you know. We have been watching this very closely. A communist won the election. I believe you're absolutely right, by fraud. And he has now been thrown out because he was about to be impeached. And rather than face that, he decided he would dissolve the Congress. That resulted in both the Congress and the military and the judiciary, everybody basically saying this guy's got to go. That's the good news. The bad news is I'm not sure it's the end of the left in Peru. It should be. But instead, his vice president, who is also a Marxist, who is also corrupt, and who just doesn't seem to be quite as stupid as this fellow Pedro Castillo, is now in charge. Her name is Dina Boluarte, and she is going to try to stave off the calls for early elections, which might turn things around.
Yeah.
If we lose Brazil, final thought. If we lose Brazil, if we lose Peru, every major nation in the Western Hemisphere, including ours and Canada, will be run by Marxists. This must not happen.